and you know that you need to level up your growth, type level up. If you know you need to level up your growth in this business, type level up, right? Type level up, type level up, type level up, type level up, type level up. All right. Wow. Wow. I'm seeing you guys, those of you in your offices. Amazing. Amazing. Today is a great day. I'm excited about that. All right. If you have other teammates who need to be in this meeting, you know, you just have to make sure they're in the meeting, right? You have to make sure they're in this meeting. Every one of them. All right. Every one of them have to be in the meeting. And I will encourage, if you can turn on your video anywhere you are, turn on your videos. Let me see you guys. I'm trying to go through the video right now to see those who are in the meeting. I'm seeing those who are in the meeting. Ah, and I find this one, uh-uh. Oh, belly fell. No, your belly fell. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and I love that. See fine people join meeting this morning. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. This is nice. I like that. All right, it's good to see all of you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, Engineer Bright. Engineer Bright is a bosom friend. There are people I cannot say no to. Like I can't say no to some people. Engineer Bright is one of them. I can't. How I want to say no to Engineer Bright or even the Stormbreakers Nation? How? How? It's not possible, right? It's not possible. You know why? Because we've built a relationship from way back when we started the business together, right in the city of Enugu, when we're under our mentor, Ambassador Architect Moses, who started mentoring all of us. And look at where we are today. We're building a massive nation, and God is just faithful, and it's a good thing. All right. So I want you to know one thing. Okay. Every one of you in this business right now, one of the lessons I need you to learn is that at this phase of starting your business, you are not only starting a business, you are starting a relationship with the people you are beginning your business with. And those relationships are going to be very important in the growth of your business years later. 2 years later, those people you're building with right now, are you getting me? They are going to form the basis upon which, when there are things that need to be sorted out in your business, in your team, they will be the resources that you will need. So you're not just building a business, you're building a network of relationships that will help you in the future and that will make sure things are beautiful for you in the future. And I'm excited. All right. I have an amazing relationship with Engineer Bright, and I'm grateful to God that through this business, we have what we have. So if you're ready for me this morning, type I am ready. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. If you're ready for me, type I am ready. If you are ready for me, type I am ready. Type I am ready. If you are ready, type I am ready. Okay. I don't know if the capacity of this room is 50 or what's the capacity of the room. Okay. I hope it is the capacity that is the problem and not your people who are not in the meeting that is the problem. All right. So this morning we are going to be leveling up your game in this business. And this beautiful time, I'm going to be sharing with us from my heart. Okay. So I want you to take every word you hear from me today. By God's grace, um, I am who I am today, not by my capacity or by my efforts or by my whatever. No, I'm not the smartest in C21FG. I'm not the smartest in network marketing. All right. The grace of God is sufficient for us. And I don't want to take that for granted. So none of us here should think that this guy is coming here to come and show what he has or what he knows. No, everything we are today, whatever we have achieved or become, it's by the grace of God. Okay. It's by the grace of God. So I'm here to return the glory back to God. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I just want to talk about three things, and I'm out of your face, right? Three things. Now, I want these three things, let them resound to you like, what if Solomon, everything you have ever known, everything you have ever taught people, everything you have ever uploaded on YouTube, everything you have ever discussed or shared or trained people, if they wiped all of them, like it was completely wiped away, and you only have three things to tell the world, what are the three things you will tell? And I only have three things to tell you. What are the three things I will tell you? These are the three things I'm going to tell you. So I need you to pay attention because it is a accumulation of everything that can ever or has ever created who I am or anybody who you know who is successful. These three things. So take your writing material now and take notes of these three things. Number one, let's get started. Get your mind right. Fix this place. Number one. That's the first thing. First thing is get your mind right. If you can fix what goes on here, you can fix everything about your life. I will sound this and sound it and sound it and sound it as many times as I can possibly sound it, guys. Get your mind right. Because whatever runs through your mind runs your life. Anything that runs through your mind runs your life. It is as serious as that. And that's why even the Bible said, for whatsoever a man thinketh, so he is. That is a very powerful statement that can build a man, but that same statement can ruin a man. Whatever runs through your mind runs your life. Anything you permit that runs through your mind consistently, it runs through your mind. It is accepted in your mind. Your life will be run by it. That's why in all you're getting, in all you're doing, in all that you do, the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. For out of it are the issues of life. You see what goes on here? You see what's happening inside of you? Guard it. Be mindful of it. Take full charge of it, because everything that controls a man is a function of what comes out of the man. For out of you, for out of you, out of your mind, out of your thinking comes everything that runs your life. I want you to watch this story. Let me share my sound. I want you to watch this story. I want you to watch this story because I love the story. Anytime I listen to Les Brown's story,
was identified as mentally retarded, put back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade, and stayed in that category until I got out of high school. I don't have any college training, but I met a high school teacher who one day changed my life. I was waiting on another student, and when he came in, he said to me, "Young man, go to the board and write what I'm about to tell you." And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, "Why not?" I said, "I'm not one of your students." He said, "It doesn't matter. Follow my directions now." I said, "I can't do that, sir." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I'm mentally retarded." And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, "Don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality." And as he talked, my heart began to beat. Tears began to run by my eyes, and in the back just listened to him, because the speech he was giving, that speech was for me. And he said, "Les Brown," he said, "if you want to do anything worthwhile in life, you've got to be hungry." I told Mr. Washington I wanted to become a disc jockey. And so I started working to develop myself. He said, I want you to practice every day being a disc jockey. I said, but I don't have any job now. He said, it doesn't matter. He said that it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And as I was working to develop myself, I applied for a job as a disc jockey, WMB on Miami Beach. I went to a guy named Milton Butterball. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? I'd like to get a job as a disc jockey. He looked at me, he said, you have any broadcast background? I said, no, sir, I don't. You have any journalism background? I said, no, sir, I don't. He said, we don't have any jobs available. I said, yes, sir. I went back to Mr. Washington and I told him. He said, don't take it personally. He said, most people are so negative, they will have to say no 7 times before they say yes. He said, go back again. So I went back again. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? My name is Les Brown. He said, I know what your name is. What do you want? I said, I'd like to know whether or not you have any jobs for disc jockey, sir. He said, didn't I just tell you yesterday we didn't have any jobs? I said, yes, sir, but I know whether or not somebody got laid off or somebody was fired, sir. He said, no one was laid off or fired. Now get on out of here. I came back the next day like I was seeing you for the first time. I said, hello, Mr. Butterball, how are you? He looked at me with rage. He said, go get me some coffee. I said, yes, sir. And I went to get him some coffee. After a while, I would give them lunch and dinner, and I would go in the control rooms and take the disc jockeys their food, and I would not leave until they would ask me to leave. One Saturday afternoon, while I was at the radio station, a guy named Rock was drinking while he was on the air. I was the only one there, looking at him through the control room windows, walking back and forth, young, ready, and hungry. Pretty soon the phone rang, and it was the general manager. And I answered the phone. I said, hello? He said, Les, this is Mr. Klein. I said, I know. He said, Rock can't finish his program. I said, I know. He said, would you call one of the other DJs in? I said, yes, sir. I hung the phone up. I said, now he must think I'm crazy. I called my mom and my girlfriend, Cassandra. I said, y'all turn up the radio and come out on the front porch. I'm about to come on the air. I waited for about 20 minutes, and I called him back. I said, Mr. Klein, I can't find nobody. He said, young boy, do you know how to work the controls? I said, yes, sir. He said, go in there and don't say nothing here. I said, yes, sir. I couldn't wait to get behind those controls. I put on an old Stevie Wonder record called Fingertips. I sat down behind that turntable. I said, look out, this is me, LB, Triple P, Les Brown, your platter playing Papa. There were none before me, and there will be none. Therefore, that makes me the one and only, young and single and love to mingle, certified, bona fide, indubitably qualified to bring you satisfaction, a whole lot of action. Look out, baby, I'm your love man. I was hungry. I was hungry. You got to be hungry. Begin to know that you have greatness within you. And if just one of you here begin to envision yourselves as being blessed and highly favored to reach your goals. If just one of you capture the essence of what that means, that you have greatness within you and a responsibility to manifest that greatness, that you can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen, coming to speak to people. And I was facing financial difficulties in my own life. I was behind on my bills and my dreams, and I'm saying to them, you can live your dream. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it. There were times that I doubted myself. I used to ask myself, can I do this? And something said within me, you're the one. Don't give up on your dream. By continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream, that one day I would have my own talk show. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberty City, an abandoned building on a floor, never knowing my mother or father. It's a long shot. Being here with you today in this dome in Atlanta, it's a long shot. No college training, labeled educable, mentally retarded, but I kept running toward my dream. Don't stop. Don't stop running toward your dream.
Huh. Oh my goodness. Did somebody hear what I heard? Did somebody hear what I heard? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, guys, so the question is, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you this question. What comes to your mind when we ask things like, okay, so I'm going to be doing this business, but then we're going to be having an event, and the event is going to be in the office or is going to be outside the office. Which one will you prefer to book for? Which one will you prefer? Type, 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 type. Which one will you prefer to book for? Which one will you sharp, sharp? You have started booking for already. Sharp, sharp. Let me see your answer. Which one will you book for? Outside events, like people. Talk to me now. Sharp, sharp. Okay, office. Yeah, interesting. Outside. I'm seeing outside. I'm seeing outside. When they talk through a beg. Outside events. I love that. All right, let's proceed. No wahala. I go catch you now very soon. I go catch you now very soon. I deal with you now. I deal with you now. Now, when they tell you something like, "Oh yeah, it's time. Let's do so that we can climb the stage." This event, this recognition is coming. What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Ah, I know. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? What are the things that comes to your mind? Is it possible? What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? This retreat now, you have not achieved anything, and they're telling you that. And when they say book to the office, what comes to your mind? Just the same way you said, outside event is the best, right? Outside event is the best. Guess what? When they call you up and then they say, "Oh yeah, I want you to run presentation. I want you to run presentation. I want you to run presentation for us. You that I'm looking at now. You that I'm looking at. Will you be so willing to go and run the presentation, or will you prefer that our leader, that our leader? Which one comes to your mind, you or your leader? When they say the presenter for that outside event, my leader now they run and pass. Interesting. That our leader. Now they do and pass. My leader now. Oh my goodness. 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 When they now say it's time for you, oh, it's time to close down. It's time to close down people. It's time to close down a prospect. They have finished presentation, right? And then they want to close down. Some of you, I'll just be seeing you. You just wait. Let all the leaders, let all the other leaders, let them do the close down. You will now shift one side. You just be waiting. You know how to carry people to your leader. Let my leader close down. Shebi, now my leader, nice I be close down pass. If you close down this prospect now, this my prospect that can pay for ultra. This person, he looks like who can that my prospect can pay for ultra. Will you close down the person or your leader? Your leader, right? You know now. What comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Who does the close down better? Uh, you understand what I'm talking about? Now, guess what? God bless you. God bless you. Just like I'm teaching us today, the funny part is that most of the time, you actually think that most of these things that is going through your mind, you are thinking a new thought. No, it has been there. That's how you have been thinking for a very long time. If I ask most of us who are here, have you done this business for like 3 months? Have you done this business for like 6 months? Have you done this business for like 1 year? Most of us here will answer, yes, I have done that. But up till today, you are still thinking that the best person that can do what needs to be done is your leader. The best person that can do what needs to be done is your leader. Every choice that you are making, every circumstance that is going through your life right now, they have created all this thinking that you have. Do you know why? There was a time in your experience in this business where you told yourself that I think the best is that when we are doing events outside, the results are better, because it's outside, the results are better. Are you aware that the consistency of outside events is not as much as the consistency of office events? Are you aware? The consistency of events outside is not as much as the consistency of events in the office. Are you aware? Are you aware that your current level of thinking could become the stumbling block for your team? How do I mean? You prefer outside events, but you teach your people that they should be consistent in their activities. How will they be consistent in their activities when outside events is only once in a week? What is consistency? That's 4 events in a month. That's what they should book for. But the office runs every day. Which one is true consistency? 4 times a week, be 20 times a week. Which one is more consistent? Which one is a definition of consistency? 20 times or 4 times? Which one expresses consistency? Let me see your answer. You are teaching them to do the activities, massive activities, massive activities. But all you have your level of thinking right now is that let's only book for major events. That's the only one we are booking for. When the office can run 4 times in a week, BOM can run 4 times in a week, 5 times in a week, multiplied by 4 weeks, that's over 20 times. And people can consistently keep on booking. Do you see that the people who are joining your business, because they see that this is how it is done, this is how you are thinking, this is what you are preaching, they begin to feel that to be consistent means to have events 4 times in a month. And if I am unable to achieve my results within that 4 times in a month, that month has passed. How come you're finding it difficult to raise achievers in your team? Are you seeing what is going on? Your current level of thinking. That's why you need to stop transferring mediocrity to your team. You need to stop that as fast as possible, as fast as right now. We need to break that thinking. If that has been the norm, we have to break it. I told you, get your mind right. So now that you are getting these things fixed in your mind, now that you're getting this thing fixed in your mind, see what I need you to do. Tell me, know exactly what you want out of this business. You joined this business, yes. What exactly do you want out of this business? What exactly? Most of us, of course, you join the business because you want to be financially free. Yes, I love that. I want to know, I want to be financially free. But what exactly it is that creates success for you? What do you call success to you? What is success to you right now, today? Not yesterday. Some of us, when you join the business, like myself, success for me was if I can make 50,000 naira in a month. My salary was 27,000 naira. So if I can double my salary, that's success when I started the business. So the first time my first encashment in this business was 18,600 naira, if I can remember. That was my first encashment, my first alert that I earned. Some of you, your first alert is 1.4 million naira. Some of you, your first alert is 500K. My first alert was 18,600 naira. And do you know how happy I was when I received that alert? As if it was 18.6 million naira. Now, that was success for me as at that time. But today now, come on now, waiting happen. Why will I do that? So what will bring you maximum fulfillment today in this business? What is it? Your mind must be clear about these things. So first thing, the first basics is what gets your mind right. Fix this thing here. Because anything going on in your life, going on in your business today is a reflection of everything that has been running on autopilot here. Fix it. Fix it. Because my problem is not just about you. It's about the fact that you are transferring the same thinking to your people. That's where there is a problem. That's where I am worried. That's where I am concerned. Your team, they imitate your current thinking. They imitate it. I used to tell people this. I was surprised when I found out that in the Bible, for Moses to be qualified, to take the people of Israel out of Egypt, he needed to experience the lifestyle that those who were in slavery did not experience. Do you know what that means? You want to take people out of captivity. Your mind must not be in captivity. You must break out of captivity if you want to take people out of captivity. You must break out. How do you break out? Your mind must break out. You can't be operating at the same level with the people that you are taken out of Egypt, you are taken out of captivity, you are taken out of slavery. You can't be operating at the same level and lead them out of it. It's not possible. That's why things must be happening differently here, upstairs in your mind. What is happening here? What is happening here? Can it produce the kind of team you are looking for? What is going on in your inside? Can it produce the results that you want to see in your team? What is happening here? Can it produce it? Are you getting what I'm saying this morning? If you're following me, type clear, sir. Type clear, type clear, type clear. If you are getting this clear, type clear. You cannot be experiencing captivity inside your mind and expect to deliver people who are in captivity. You must break out of that thinking. Go and do a surgery of what is going on in your business and realize, am I one of the reasons why what is happening in my team is happening? Why what is happening in my business is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, permit me here. See, guys, the people who are going to be joining your business right now, they are going to be a function, a reflection of what is happening here. And you must understand that. If people are going to join your business, if you are still having doubts in this business, if you are still having a second thought about this business, we're saying go for retreat, you are still having reasons to doubt. You are still having doubts. The problem I am having is that you are going to be attracting people who have doubts in the business. And because you too have doubts in the business, you too have issues unsettled. Activity is a problem for you. You're going to have people who activity is a problem for them. Because you attract and retain people who have the same, who think in the direction of your thinking. That's it. Why? Because you are transferring that thinking consciously and unconsciously. It's called self-sabotage. Don't allow here sabotage your business. Your business growth is not a function of the economy. It's a reflection of who you have currently become. Who are you becoming? What is happening here? Why will you be thinking, hi, the only time our business will experience growth is when we are doing outside events, not office events. Your office has the capacity to take the people you are looking for, but you prefer to go and pay money out there. Rewire this thinking now. Who does this thing? Let me shock you guys a little low. Engineer Bright is my witness. One of the things that built us in this business, when we started this business, I cannot remember from throughout 2019, when I started building the business in Enugu under my mentor, Architect Moses, I cannot remember one day that we had mega events outside the C2C Plaza. Engineer Bright is my witness here. I cannot remember one day where we went and did mega events outside C2C Plaza. Never. Never. I cannot remember where Architect Moses called us, say, we're going to be paying for hall, we're going outside, let's go and look for hall and do mega events. For one day, not one day, throughout the year 2020, 2019. I think the first time we had to do mega events was in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, COVID period. When we had COVID, So when we're returning back to the business, like when COVID had scattered things, so we wanted to reshaping the business. I think that was the first time Architect Moses talked about mega event. I can't even remember if we finally did that mega event outside, and that was Universal Hotel. I think if I remember very well, I think that was the first time 2020. I think if I'm not mistaken, or 2021. No, I think it was 2021 after his wedding. Yes, I think it was 2021 after his wedding. I be 2020, right? I can't really remember. Those who are in the business might remember, but I can't remember being raised with that thinking. With that thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, the second basics. I don't have the time. I just have about less than 20 minutes. A very less than 20 minutes. The next thing is shut out the noise. Shut it out. Shut out the noise. You're going to be experiencing internal noise from yourself, the noise of self-doubt, the noise of whatever, the noise of disbelief. And then you're going to have external noise from people out there, your friends and your family. They are going to be telling you things. I promise you, they will tell you things. Your husband will tell you things. Your wife will tell you things. Your children will tell you things. Your brothers will tell you things. Your cousins will tell you things. People that are not even supposed to tell you things will tell you things. Can you imagine that? Oh my goodness. The first time I heard something from my lecturer, who was my mentor then, when he said what he said, when my brother now spoke to me, I now started asking myself, this my lecturer, he no give me better job, oh. He no give me better job, oh. Now 27,000 I dey collect, but he had the right to tell me not to do this business. He had the guts to tell me not to do this business. It's not as if the person gave me 10 million naira and said, go and start a business for yourself or go and, settle your life. No, no. He does not have my dream. He does not know the size of my dream. The fact that he was earning 250,000 naira while working with MTN does not give him the capacity, does not give him the right to determine the size of my own dream. I make more than times 4 of his salary today. But if I listen to what he said, I would never experience what I am experiencing today. I promise you, anybody that is telling you anything, any noise you are hearing outside, external noise you are hearing outside, ask yourself, how much does this person earn? If the person earns 500K, tell yourself, 1 year from today, I will be earning ×2 of what this person is earning. And I will earn it from this same business this person is telling me not to. But what else are the options? Please, let's be honest. If people are telling you not to do this business, what else are the options? I've done this business for 6 years, 6 solid years. One of the things I used to fear when I started this business, I used to tell myself, then my fear was that whether this business will crash, because I've done businesses that have crashed before. I've tried things that have crashed before. It crashed. Ponzi schemes, they crashed. But when I joined this business, I was afraid. Am I sure this business will last? This is 6 years. 6 years, guys. 6 years of building the business. 6 years. What if I was afraid it will crash? And because of that, I crashed. The business is still running. And guess what? I will be looking at all those that started and they are still doing it. And I'll be regretting. Why didn't I stay? Why did I allow my fear of a future to deprive me of my dreams for my future? Shut out the noise, guys. Shut out the noise. I wanted to play this video, but I don't have the time. What are the other things that could be a noise for you? Your distraction. Your distraction can be a noise. What are your sweetest distractions? I call them sweet distractions because they're sweet. Social media. Every time. Hi, God. Do you know that today there is something, anytime I enter either public transport or I am in a public and I see people, or I just come out, I'm not in the office, I come out to people, I see a plague in our society. Like Each time I see that plague, it's a plague, it's a virus. Do you know the virus? Let me tell you the virus. Let me show you. Watch. Let me show you. Let me show you. Do you see what they do? They on their phone, they'll be doing like this. Next, next, next. They are watching, they watch, they will laugh, 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 laugh. Next. They watch, laugh, 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 laugh. Next. Watch, laugh, 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 laugh. Next. God, I see that happen everywhere I go. Oh my God. If the person is not doing like this, he's not doing next, next, he's not doing next, either on TikTok or on Facebook or on G of heaven. It's a plague. Time I see it, it irritates me. If they're not doing that, do you know what they are doing? I see them, they are on YouTube watching movie, or they are on Korean movies, or God, God, may we be delivered from this plague in our society. I don't see men reading books. Before you are traveling, you will see people carry hard copy books. They will carry hard copy books inside the car. They are traveling. You see them. They will open a book and they are reading. No more. Don't see that again. Oh God. They are not even listening to motivational things. They are not watching trainings. They are not nothing. This is what they are doing every day. Every time they are laughing. This one is making them laugh. This comedy, this God, what a plague on our society. The noise is too much. I pray that's not your own distraction. What's your loudest excuse? Whether you like it or not, you have excuse or you don't have, it will still produce its results. Excuses will never pay your bills, never. Until you take action, you will never experience results. What's your biggest challenge? Your challenge can be your noise, or it can be the reason you must succeed. Your challenge is your opportunity to succeed. Do you know why? Because by the time you succeed, the story is sweeter when you had a challenge before you succeeded. Who are your discouragers? Who are the people discouraging you? Identify them, but do what? Shut them out. Oh, shut them out. They may be your husband, they may be your wife, they may be whoever. But see, in the race of destiny, in the race of destiny, in the race of life, you are the one who calls the shots. You are the one. There is nobody to blame. Oh. You won't blame anybody for your lack of results. Nobody. Oh. If you like, say what you want to say. Ask yourself the question, what if this person is no longer in my life? Will I still be blaming that person for my lack of results? Or will I blame myself for my lack of productivity? Are you getting me? Ladies and gentlemen, the last basics, I just have 5 minutes and I'm out of here. The last basics is do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. If my teammates are in this meeting, they know our mantra this year. Our mantra is very clear. We know that there is work to be done. We are aware of it. We are aware of it. There is work. This business is network marketing. We know it is network marketing. We know it is not a lottery. We know say work day. We know say work day. We know say work day. Work day. Oh. You want to build the business. There is work. There is work. Me, when they talk to you, I they do the work. Work day. Work day. I present like a monster. I present like a monster. I tell my teammates, put me, use me, use me, use me. Okay, what else am I doing with my life? Use me. How will I create success if I don't do the work? How will the success come? If you're not doing the work, how will you create success? Who you want blame? Say you know make am when you're not doing the work. Ladies and gentlemen, there is work. There's work to be done. A lot of work to be done. But guess what? Once you realize that there is work to be done, do unreasonable work. Like do the work. When person go say, oh my God, I'm work. This guy, you are working. You are working. Do it in insane quantities. Do it in insane quantities. Do the work. Do it plenty. Do it consistently and do it with intensity. Did you get what I said? Consistency plus intensity. Yes. Do it consistently and do it with intensity. Very important. Do the work quality and still do it in quantity. Don't say choose quality over quantity. Choose quality and still do it in quantity. You want to get good results. So guys, remember, get your mind right. Are you following me? Shut out the noise. And finally, do the work. And who told you you will not create results? Do the kind of work that it will be unreasonable for you not to be successful. Do the work that, when person see say you they do this work, he go know say you must succeed. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's the point I'm making. It will be so clear that you must be successful. It will be so clear that you must be successful. That's the point I'm making. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that has been my time with you today. I told him I'm going to be very, very brief. I'm going to be very, very brief. And so I'm grateful. Thank you for this opportunity to be a blessing to others. I'm going to be handing back to your leader. I'm going to be handing back to your leader. Thank you so much, sir, for the privilege to be with you all of you. Thank you so much for the privilege to be with all of you. I'm grateful.